Hey, field agents, we got a different kind of message out today. This is story time. I'm gonna try to pull at the heartstrings and try to reach the logic in some of the more war-torn server leaders. First, I'd like to tell you where we came from and you know, point the finger at yourself before you talk about anybody else. Me and another player on my team destroyed our server, and I had a little bit of fun doing it. It was a cheap, empty thrill, and there was a lot of days I felt bad about what I was doing, and we was growing. We were growing. Somebody would do something, and we would go and attack them, because we were the biggest. We spent the most, and we were furthering our growth by getting the resources off of the people that we killed. I even stole some of my earlier subs before I had gotten them all through the sub event. Really bad stuff. But long run, what it does, we had people on our server going and selling points, giving points, selling points to other servers. They knew how important the server was to us, and they would do what they could to nose bomb us. Play out distractions, coordinate things with the enemy server, sleeping times, habits, all kind of intel. I had some really cool guys that would come back and they would tell me, it's like, hey, you guys are just telling it all, and I took that and I went back and we went a little harder on them. And we just made a really toxic environment. But I felt really bad about myself when it was all done, because somebody said something in the WC one time. You are playing against other people. There's not robots, or these ain't NPC characters that you're playing against. Like, that's somebody that bought a cake and got this. So they spent real world money and put it in the game. And so you can see that. And then if it ain't money, it's time. And you got these group of people and their friends, and you go to disturb it. And what's it for? You come out on the short end, and I'll tell you why. Say for happen, let's just pick a guy. 3.9. Okay. I could usually either 2 or 3 tap this guy. I go to this guy and I hit him. Let's just give him benefit of the doubt. I hit this guy 3 times. Well, what am I going to lose by going and hitting him? Well, depending on what day it is, I'm going to lose the monsters. I could have been doing monsters when I'm out hitting them. And what I would lose on the monsters? Gold and skips. Neither one of them two things I'm going to get from him. I'm going to get some resources. And it might be, like most people on an attack, you might get a billion resources. I can get 2, but when you're attacking somebody, usually a billion is pretty decent to get. And but I would say most people get 500-600 million. Because I wouldn't hit pure siege either. That's all 15s to get 2 billion. But so I'm gonna hit him for 1 billion. And out of that billion, I'm gonna have 3 times healing. Because I'm not gonna get somebody like that. I'm not gonna get 0 damage. So I'm gonna have to heal a little on the exchange. And so between that and oh, anybody, I got this one back right now. I got teammates in this one with me, but we're doing that's off track, but 5, 30, 300, and all 12s. And I'd asked them to do the same thing, but they didn't. This one took damages. She sent one. Oh, she sent 300, 350. And then the rest on 12s. And they escaped by with basically nothing. Because we'd killed them all. But anyway, back to the thing. So when you make the attack, you're gonna lose the opportunity cost of the monsters. You're gonna have healing that you're gonna have to do. If there's any kind of time in getting the attack, like searching for the person or whatever, you're gonna lose that monster time. It's just a losing game. If they come, they aggravate you, and they're messing with your tiles, that aggravation time is time that you're going to lose on monsters. Just the whole bickering process, it doesn't help. And that time that you are healing from hitting each other could have been time that you spent. That's resources you could have spent in going to the next level, unlocking the next soldier or unlocking the next building. You didn't need to waste it in attacking somebody. Because sometimes you don't. Sometimes you attack and you don't come out positive on the exchange of healing versus what you get. It's just sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But it's just not worth it. And I would say most people, you'll feel better about yourself not being a prick. Just go out, know that those ain't NPCs and those are real people, and just be nice to them. If you're here in America, the last 2 years, life sucked. The little bit of escape we get in the game. Let that be their little escape. It's a war game. That's the thing you're going to say, yeah, it's a war game. Blah, blah. That's what Battlefield's for, and that's what server's for. They're not on your team, they're on your server team. That's your teammate. They shouldn't be using their VIP points to buy shields. Those not VIP. Those science points should not be used to purchase shields. They should be buying VIP points with them. They should buy 1 3-day shield every 2 weeks. And the rest of it, they should be getting their VIP and development stuff with it. You are causing 150, 200 people to buy shields every single day with their alliance points. And they could have been buying VIP points, maybe the 1,000 token, and maybe even the gold with the thing, depending on how much they kill. But no, you got them saving up buying fucking shields. Which one's gonna give you a stronger teammate? Somebody that spent that stuff on development, or somebody that spent it on protecting themselves from their teammate? Now, you just stop it. It don't make sense. Yeah, you're stronger. Maybe you suck in real life and you're awesome in the game. Well, they look up to you. If you'll just be a leader, they'll look up to you. Be a leader. Don't be a tyrant. And drop the bubble burn. You burn 2 times a week. And then you got every other weekend. Build your people up. Let them do Arctics. It's us versus Ebony half the time. Ebony's not going to help you out much as you can help yourself out. So, don't zero your people. And just get along. And that has to make sense to somebody. If he just reached one server that hears this, and you can make the change. Make those people enjoy their life and enjoy their time playing the game. They shouldn't be shucked up in the shell talking about, oh, I might accidentally drop and get burnt by my teammate. BS. And the biggest concern is, oh, during server they won't have good shield discipline. Well, then you set a thing up. If somebody drops their shield in server, then they don't have nap for a week. Or until the next server. Then you got all these war-hungry people, and they got 1 or 2 people that they can go and hit during the week that drop their shield. How many people you think is going to be interested in being one of the few that drop their shield? Not too many. So, yeah, you tell them there's a bullseye on your back. So you drop it as part of the motivation for everybody to stay shielding. If you drop it, you don't have nap for 2 weeks. Until you show us in the next server you won't do it again. Case solved. But just get out there and get along. Some of these people ain't bad. Some of them ain't worth a damn, but maybe they'll change. Just be a little pleasant towards them. We got more means than them, so, you know, we got more buffs and we got better things, but it doesn't mean that you gotta be bad to the people below you. And I guess I'm just repeating myself, but that's the message I need to get through. Just be good to one another. And when that person comes to play the game, let that be their escape. Don't prosecute them on the game like they get prosecuted out in real life. We come here to have fun. And if your fun's hurting other people, well, find your ass on Wednesday and Saturday and every other weekend and do it at the right time. You can manage that. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 out of 14 days that you get to fight. You got the 3, and then the 1, and then the 2. Yeah, 6 out of 3. Yeah, 6 out of it. So just the other times, just get good with your people. Maybe they'll work with you during server, and y'all could start doing things that you didn't know you could do that was possible. We've used our small people before in server. They ain't got no power, but their shields will sit around the temples, and they can sit shielded and they can block. Have you ever seen somebody try to take the temple from 8 spaces back? How many times they got the distance that is, and the trouble it makes getting that temple? Your little people can do things like that for you. You need a scout and you don't want to get blasted and you don't have an alt or a farm that can do it. Most of these little guys, they either zeroed or they are set up to be able to do something like that. Or they got somebody on the team that can, but just open yourself up to work together. This is a really, really long message. And I told myself I wasn't going to do this, but make the change. And drop a comment if you're interested in it. If you need to, forget YouTube. Message me in the game. I'll help you walk through the transition from one way to the other. But people will come around, and once some of them won't be trusting at first. That first week, that first 2 weeks that the shields, you tell them that you're not going to hit them, they expect to see shields still. And then one by one they'll start trusting you. Just don't mess it up. And maybe you make some new friends. People that you don't get along with now. But that's why you shouldn't bubble and burn. Because we're all here to play and have fun.